Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping Tactical Nut here, and today we're going to be talking about the mace skinner from Williams Knives, so stay tuned. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get the specs out of the way because there's a lot to say about this knife, and I think you're kind of going to be curious to hear it. So first, it's about 6 1/4 inches overall, with about a 2 3/4 inch blade. As you can see here, it has, well, I would love to tell you what type of handle scales it has here. They are gorgeous, and I'm going to get more to that in just a minute. Has red liners, logo right here, Williams, just Williams. Does have a good 90-degree spine here, so good for striking a ferro rod. It is thin. It only weighs about 2 ounces. Now, let's go ahead and roll into why I have this knife at first, and then what I think about it. One, a buddy of mine got this as an anniversary gift, and got it because he does a lot of hunting, and he wanted a good skinning knife. His wife got him this one. Now, just going to go ahead and say right out of the gate, I'll let you look it over closely here. The fit and finish on this blade is absolutely superb. She did go the little extra mile and get his initials laser etched in it. And, well, there's a couple of things that have caused a little bit of an issue for me. One, I contacted the guy because on his website, it does not list the type of steel that he uses for the knife. So that's why I didn't include that in the description. So I contacted the guy to find out. He never contacted me back. So on the website, no information there. So one of the very few times I've ever gone on blade forums, and I only go on the blade forums if I need to do extra research because I can't find any information somewhere else. And apparently there's a lot of controversy with this guy. Now, there's a lot of accusations that this guy just buys blanks and puts his own handles on them. But I will say, from a fit and finish standpoint, as you can see here, I mean, you can get all 4 fingers, right? There's no hot spots. I've done some extensive cardboard cutting to test out the edge durability on this. And so here's where we're kind of going to run into some problems, right? The accusations is that he makes or buys blanks from Jantz blades. People had posted blanks that apparently are made from 440C, and they're about $15 a piece. Well, anywhere, depending on who was posting, $15 to $25. Now the pins are perfect. They're beautiful. They couldn't remember, my friend couldn't remember what type of wood he used. Now there is a huge selection on this guy's website of choices. It looked like some type of burl, but since the guy couldn't seem to contact me back, I don't know what it is. I wish I knew what the steel is, but what I can tell you is, well, one, cutting vegetables, meat with this does superb, right? Excellent job at it. My friend did complain that he felt like it dulled very quickly. So what I did is I had a box that was about 2 foot squared. I cut the tops off of it, and I figured I would start with there. Let's see how long it'll cut before it starts to get dull. And I had gotten this thing shaving sharp before I started the test, right? By the time I was just done with the 4 box flaps, this thing was just tearing paper, right? Forget slicing, it was tearing. So to kind of give you a comparison, out of all the knife testing I've done before, my opinion is that this is possibly a 440C, right? Because my Ganzos, actually, which were 440C, got further into the cardboard cutting test without going dull, actually a lot further. But from what I'm seeing on the forums and stuff, is all the blanks that were offered were in 440C. So they could just not heat treated it as hard or whatever, I don't know. But literally the 4 box top, now this was just slicing, I did thin slices. It was still comfortable. It did not wear your hand out, it didn't fatigue anything. But of course it wasn't cutting long enough. But literally by the 2nd box top, I was having to force this thing to slice that cardboard. Now, is this knife absolutely gorgeous? Yes. Is the fit and finish perfection? Yes. But here's the kicker. Okay, and you do get this nice quality leather sheath, right? There's no etching on it, just stitched. Is thick quality leather, would fit a decent sized belt loop. Sits in there quite nicely, so as long as you don't fall, I mean, the edge retention or retention is okay, but as you can see here, it's just a decent amount of little bit of shake and it comes out. So it wouldn't be a no-go for me as far as the sheath is concerned, because this fits so far down in it that, I mean, to me, that's not an issue, right? And if you're skinning, that means you're just out hunting and you're not running and jumping and rolling around anywhere. But the price on these, just go ahead and take your seat now, $375. To get the initials engraved was another $25. Now this guy has a lot of high-end knives. The only real budget ones I saw were, you know, they're all supposed to be handmade, but they look suspiciously like Ganzos. I'm just gonna say that, leave it as it is, for $150. I'll leave the link to the website down below so you can check it out, and I'll let you be the judge there. But I mean, it is a beautiful knife. It's really lightweight. It's flawlessly made, but the steel, in my opinion, I mean, I'm having a hard time, ladies and gentlemen. I really wanted to like this knife because of how beautiful it was, but the edge retention out of it, I mean, for $375, I better be getting 3V or some other kind of magical steel for a knife this small. And all his knives, I mean, they're all really high-end. He has retailers that sell his knives. So he's apparently in demand and apparently very popular. But my opinion, I mean, would I pay this much? Would you pay this much? Well, that I would leave up to you because it's your money. You do what you want. I don't think I could pay $375 for a knife that barely cut up 4 box tops before going dull. I mean, literally, I really expected some type of really premium steel, and I don't think you're getting it in this. Not to mention, it really bothers me that he doesn't list the type of steel he uses on his website, and the fact that he didn't contact me back. I mean, he could have just thought I was a competitor and didn't want to say anything. But I'm sorry, there's no magical steels or secret steels out there. You can have a specific heat treat that a person can do that they don't want people to know about. But I mean, pretty much every knife company lets you know the type of steel you're getting. So that was really disappointing for a knife of this. I mean, the fit and finish, the quality is there. Just, I think that the steel is a huge miss. Unfortunately, my buddy, he said he was, you know, when he skinned deer with it, he felt like it was going dull very quickly. And I would probably say I would agree, right? I mean, I know there's people that like softer steels for when they're out in the field, right? So they can resharpen easy, and this does resharpen very easy. But I'm sorry, for that kind of price point, I mean, I want a rock solid steel that, I mean, I could skin 4 deer with that I wouldn't have to resharpen, right? And that's kind of just my opinion, but that's where I would stand. And I guess I saw somewhere on there, I didn't see it on the guy's website, it could have just been an accusation that was made, but somebody mentioned that his shop puts out 50 to 75 knives a week. I don't know. Custom knife guys, if you're watching this, please let me know. I mean, to me, that sounds like a ton of knives. And unless he has a whole team of person, he doesn't list a team of people that are working on him, but if he does, that would kind of make sense. If he doesn't, it doesn't make any sense at all. And that's if that's true. I'm just spreading what I saw or repeating what I saw on the web or on the forums. So, guys, WilliamsKnives.com, check them out. I mean, it's beautiful work. I mean, absolutely gorgeous and extremely lightweight. So awesome at that. So comfortable in hand. I mean, just the grip is just perfect. I mean, especially for a knife, because you can really get in there. A lot of detail work. You can choke up on it and really get in. But the miss for me is the lack of identification of the steel and the fact that of how quickly it dulled. I'm really sad for my buddy. I mean, as far as, you know, the skinning part is concerned. I mean, because it's a great looking knife. I mean, you can't argue that at all. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This knife definitely has some controversy, or at least the maker. So I will let you decide. Check out his website, see what you think. And if anybody has any real information that you can confirm, please let me know, because I would love to hear more about it, because, you know, what I'm finding on the forums. I mean, he defended himself in this long paragraph. But after reading it, I don't think it was a good, solid defense. I mean, basically talking about how maybe some wording on his website was wrong, and so they were going to fix that. But he still never identified the types of steel. But I don't know. Kind of hard to say. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this will help you in your purchasing decisions of your next skinning knife. Check him out, see what you think. Check out the testimonials. I mean, they're all good on his website, so, we'll see. And if you have any information, please leave it below. In the meantime, be prepared and have fun.